आज हम बात करेंगे इनोवेशन मैनेजमेंट के लिए। हमारे जो इंडिया पाकिस्तान है इसमें इनोवेशन होती नहीं है, लेकिन बिलफर्ज हो जाए, कोई कुछ बना ले तो उसको मैनेज कैसे करना है। बीबीए एमबीए के स्टूडेंट को ये समझना ज़रूरी है, क्योंकि वो बाहर के मुल्कों में जाके काम करते हैं। कंप्यूटर साइंस वाले बच्चे बाहर में जाके काम करते हैं, तो उनके लिए इंशाल्लाह ताला ये लेक्चर बहुत यूज़फुल होगा। कहीं आपका इंटरव्यू है, कोई आपका टेस्ट है, कोई इंटरनेशनल एमबीए कर रहे हैं, बीबीए कर रहे हैं, कंप्यूटर साइंस में पढ़ रहे हैं, तो ये लेक्चर आपके लिए ज़रूरी है। ये इंग्लिश में मैं रिकॉर्ड करता हूँ क्योंकि इनकी ज़्यादातर व्यूअर्स कनाडा और यूएसए से हैं, लेकिन आप लोग भी इन लेक्चर्स को देख सकें जब मैं रिकॉर्ड करता हूँ। फिर उसके बाद भी आप डॉक्टर फारूक एआई और बिज़नेस रिसर्च चैनल पे जाके इन वीडियोस को देख सकते हैं। तो स्टार्ट करते हैं इनोवेशन मैनेजमेंट का लेक्चर। Dear students and professionals, innovation is something important. How to manage it once innovation is done. As a student, as a professional, as a business owner, we will talk about this. I will define the concept of innovation. I will tell how innovation can be used as a competitive advantage for the companies. We will start with the definition of innovation management. What is it? Innovation management involves the planning, organizing, controlling innovation process to achieve organizational goals. Different organizations have different goals, but every organization has one goal: to be a better, to be in better position in market, to have more sales, to have more profit. Obviously, when they do the innovation, then they attract more customers. Innovation is done through the innovation management is done through planning, organizing, controlling, and leading the products. सही से नहीं बोला गया, दोबारा से रिकॉर्ड करता हूँ। Dear viewers, innovation is the driver of new economies. Today we will learn what is the innovation management, how it works, starting with the definition. Innovation management involves planning, organizing, and controlling innovation process to achieve organizational goals. So every organization has the goal of profit, has the goal to have more subscribers, has the goal to be market leader, and it is only possible through innovation. It is only possible to provide innovative products to their customers. That is obviously organizational goal. So innovation management helps in planning, organizing, leading, and controlling the innovation process. Why innovation matters? It matters because the companies need to sustain their competitiveness. For example, if a new car model comes, if through solar car come, then car companies must convert themselves on solar. If a new technology, for example 5G is coming, 6G is coming, so every telecom company have to go to the 5G or 6G to be in the market to compete. So the innovation is important because companies need to sustain themselves in the competition, otherwise they will disappear. Those companies who will not innovate, they will disappear. Secondly, innovation drives the growth. It helps you to gain more subscriber, to earn more revenue. And innovation also need to respond to the market changes. For example, if we are making a laptop, if you are making a mobile, you know that if some thing changes, if the Nvidia chips changes, then everyone has to change themselves to make their products compatible. So innovation matters a lot. Coming towards the word innovation, what does it mean? In simple word, innovation is the successful implementation of new ideas, products, services, and processes. So there are few terms we use again and again, for example innovation, but people don't know what is it. So now that you have watched my lecture, you know innovation is the successful implementation of new ideas, products, services, and the processes. So there are four types of innovation I would like to explain here. Number one is the product innovation. You innovate a product, you make some new product. For example, smartwatches, for example mobile phones. These are innovative products. Maybe in the future the companies will innovate something related to AI, maybe something that is easy to carry compared to mobile phone. So that will be the product innovation. The next thing is process innovation. For example, the people now can order anything online. So those people who built the e-commerce process, those people who made the supply chain process easy. So this is a process innovation. And then the third thing is business model innovation. For example, 10 years ago, the model of subscription was not available. The model of premium was not available. There were no companies as Google giving the cloud to the people, that if you need more space in your mobile phone, then you can buy the cloud. So these are new business models, companies are innovating. And the fourth thing is incremental, versus radical innovations. A lot of companies are making radical innovations. For example, in the transport business, Uber business, cream business is a radical innovation. When we say in the cars, the automated cars, the robotics, the Tesla inventions are radical innovations. So these are four types of innovation: product innovation, process innovation, business model innovation, incremental and radical innovation. So one thing people ask me all the time, students, that should also come in your mind, that what is the difference between innovation and invention? Innovation creates what they call it the commercial ideas. Innovation means that you produce something that is sellable worldwide in the market. Invention means creating a new idea. For example, maybe a scientist right now working in his library, working in his lab, and he is producing some new engine, but he is inventing something. So a lot of people invent a lot of things, but all the inventions do not become innovative. Innovative mean when the things are produced based on the invention, and they sell in the market. For example, laptop, for example, mobile phones. So invention is just making the new ideas work, while the innovation is making them commercial, making them usable, scalable. So innovation management process, what is the process? So this is extremely important. If some student, if some professional, some business owner want to become some innovation manager, so what are the steps to be innovative? There are mainly four steps. First, you need to generate the idea generation. You need to identify the gap. What is the gap, or what are the possible method? Second thing is selection of the some idea, and then development of it, and then four stages: commercialization, scalability. So we see a lot of the people, they say we are startup founders, we are innovator, but hardly out of 99, out of 100%, only 1% reach to the stage of commercialization, where we see their products being sold by the company. So innovation management is about idea generation, selection, development, and commercialization. What are the sources of innovation? For a company, for an organization, source of innovation, the first thing is research and development. Google spends a lot of money, $1 billion. Microsoft, Amazon, China Mobile, every company spends a lot of things on research and development, because research of development helps us to make the innovative products. When a mobile phone made, this is not just a mobile phone. It is work of more than 100, 200 scientists. It is work of more than 500 to 600 companies. So like when a mobile phone is made, it must be compatible with all the iOS, it must be compatible with all the chips, it must be compatible with all the softwares, it must be compatible with all the telecom networks, 5G connection, 6G connection, fiber optics. Its Bluetooth must work with the car. So when we do the research and development, we think about thousands of the companies. So sources of innovation, first thing is research and development. Companies need to do the search and development. And the second source is employees. For example, Google employees, Amazon employees, they have a separate time for the innovation. And third thing, innovation mostly is done by the customers. How they do the innovation? They tell the company, okay, I'm facing problem in this thing, how can you improve it? I need this type of thing, I have an imagination of having this car, I have imagination of having a flying car. So this is something innovation sometimes. So customers also become the sources of the innovation. And the fourth thing is the source of innovation is technology. For example, right now I'm using technology to talk to my students live on my YouTube channel. I'm also recording the videos. I'm also on my YouTube channel, Dr. Farooq Business AI and Research. So because of the innovation, I am talking to the people sitting in America, sitting in Canada. I'm also talking to the people from my home country. So this is something the technology enables. So there are four sources of innovation: R&D, employees, customers, and technology. Role of leadership in innovation, oh, this is most important. If your bosses in the company, if your leaders do not support you, then what is the point of then it's difficult to do the innovations. For example, if USA is growing, if China is growing, the reason is that their leaders have a vision, they are funding their youth, they are funding the companies. So role of leadership is extremely important in the innovation. So leaders create vision, culture, and support for innovation. And innovation strategy, how it should be made. Innovation strategy should be aligned with the organization strategy. If you are working in some company, now I'm talking to the companies, that how you should align the innovation strategy with the organization strategy. If your organization strategy is profit, then you must focus on building products that are need of the customer, that are also profitable. So innovation encourages the creativity, experimentation, and we must appreciate the culture of failures. If somebody tried something, they must be appreciated. Innovation culture. So managing creativity techniques to encourage creative thinking in organizations, using external ideas. Companies must do the partnerships, collaboration. This is era of collaboration, not competition. So all the companies, they are collaborating, helping each other. For the small startups, for the small medium enterprises, flexibility and agility drives innovation in smaller world. So innovation and competitive advantage. Innovation creates a long term advantage for the companies. So if you are not understanding some concept, I'm let me tell you that this is our lecture number 27. It means that we have made 27 lectures before. I have explained lot of concepts, lot of terms. You can find on Dr. Farooq AI and research YouTube channel. There you can find all the definition, all the previous lectures, if you are not understanding any concept. So there are innovation management tools. There are basically three tools: design thinking tools, stage gate process, and R&D portfolio management. Different companies have all these tools. Innovation management for students is about creative thinking. I have a complete lecture of 10 minutes in English on creative thinking process. Problem solving, the second thing for the students, I have also a complete lecture on it on my YouTube channel, Dr. Farooq Business AI Research, and I also have one project work explained over there. So innovation management for professionals is product development and process development. Innovation management in the digital era is about all the time AI driven innovation. Now all the companies must focus on artificial intelligence, machine learning, digital platforms, and automation. So challenges obviously companies are facing. I want to discuss few challenges. For example, resistance to change is a problem, resources constraint is a problem, uncertainty is also a problem for a lot of companies. Benefits of innovation management is visible to everyone. It is something there's no need to explain it, but I have listed three things that if we do the innovation management, the company will go in growth, efficiency, and market leadership. So key things we learned: that innovation can be managed, culture and strategy matters. The discussion questions I want you to answer in the comment section and tell me that you liked this session. Tell me that can innovation be planned? I'm looking for your answer. The second question: how does AI reshape the innovation? Thank you so much. I will see you in the next lecture. Thank you. सो हमारा इनोवेशन मैनेजमेंट का लेक्चर भी रिकॉर्ड हो गया. जमाल हसन बलोच साहब, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर योर नाइस वर्ड. सो इनोवेशन मैनेजमेंट का एक लेक्चर हमने रिकॉर्ड कर लिया. ये हमारा लेक्चर 27 है. और उसके बाद मैं देखता हूँ हमारा कौन सा लेक्चर है. ये जो सारे लेक्चर्स हैं ना, इनोवेशन मैनेजमेंट हो गया, क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग हो गया, प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग हो गया, कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस हो गया, इनके पूरे पूरे कोर्सेज हैं मेरे पास. वो कोर्सेज डॉक्टर फारूक बलोच बिजनेस एंड एआई रिसर्च पोर्टल पे अवेलेबल होंगे. और हमारे जो पाकिस्तानी लोग हैं वो अगर सीखना चाहते हैं एमबीए की चीज़ें जो हम टॉप यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में पूरी दुनिया में सिखाते हैं, पूरी दुनिया अपने लोगों को सिखाती है, वो मेरे इन यूट्यूब चैनल से फ़ायदा उठा सकते हैं. मेरा एक कंप्यूटर का मुकम्मल कोर्स है डॉक्टर फ़ारूक बलोच उर्दू पे, वो आप जाके देख सकते हैं. आईसीटी कंप्यूटर कोर्स. तो मैं चाहता हूँ कि हमारे स्टूडेंट्स जब भी ऑनलाइन बैठे हों, मुझे पता है इसको देखने वाले बहुत कम लोग होंगे, बोर हो रहे होंगे लोग, कुछ इंटरटेनमेंट इन्जॉयमेंट का चाहिए. बट वो अक्सर कहते हैं ना कि शिकवाए जुल्म शब से तो कहीं बेहतर था अपने हिस्से की कोई शम्मा जलाते जाते. तो मेरा ये इरादा है कि कंप्यूटर साइंस के फुल लेक्चर्स, बिज़नेस के फुल लेक्चर्स, मैनेजमेंट के फुल लेक्चर्स, कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस के फुल लेक्चर्स आपको मेरे यूट्यूब चैनल्स पे इंशाल्लाह मिलेंगे. जो हमारा अगला टॉपिक है 28 का, वो है बिज़नेस मॉडल कैनवस के बारे में. तो बिज़नेस मॉडल कैनवस जो है ना, वो होता है कि किस तरीके से बिज़नेस मॉडल्स बनाए जाते हैं, इनोवेशन वाले मॉडल्स बनाए जाते हैं. जैसे अब अमेज़ॉन है, टेलीकॉम है, गूगल है, ये कंपनीज कैसे ऑपरेट करते हैं, ये इनका बिज़नेस मॉडल कैसे काम करता है. तो हम इंशाल्लाह ताला अभी से जो है ना इस लेक्चर को मैं रिकॉर्ड करना शुरू कर देता हूँ. ये जो हमारा टॉपिक था पिछला इनोवेशन मैनेजमेंट का, था ठीक है. बिजनेस मॉडल कैनवस जो है ना, बीएमसी भी कहीं ना कहीं इसी के गिर्द घूमता है. या तो हम एक काम करें. जुल्फ़कार साहब, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर द लव ब्रदर, पीस बी अपॉन यू टू ब्रदर, थैंक यू. मैं ठीक हूँ अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह जुल्फ़कार, मैं पाकिस्तान में हूँ अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह। बहुत से लोग मेरे बारे में इतना ज़्यादा नहीं जानते। मैं एक गवर्नमेंट एम्प्लॉय भी हूँ, बट मैं चाहता हूँ कि जो हमारा फ्री टाइम है जिसमें मेरी जो लेसन्स हैं, जो चीज़ें मुझे आती हैं, मैं लोगों को सिखाऊं। आई हैव डन द बिजनेस इज़ ट्रू। और मैंने बहुत से कंपनीज़ में काम किया, यूफोन, टेलनार, जोंग, ब्राज़ील की कंपनी है स्मार्ट एंड्स, उनका भी मैं एडवाइज़र हूँ। ये कमलेशन यूनिवर्सिटी एमएमयू, उनका भी मैं एडवाइज़र हूँ। मैं मुल्तान में पाकिस्तान से हूँ। तो हम दूसरा लेक्चर रिकॉर्ड करते हैं। मेरा एक इंग्लिश चैनल है जुल्फ़कार साहब, डॉक्टर फ़ारूक बिज़नेस एआई रिसर्च। उस पर आप देखेंगे, आपको काफ़ी सारी मेरा काम मिलेगा। मैंने वीडियोस बनाई हुई हैं, कोई टॉप बुक्स के बारे में और मुख्तलिफ़ चीज़ों के बारे में। इसी तरीके से मेरा एक उर्दू हिंदी चैनल है, डॉक्टर फ़ारूक उर्दू हिंदू वीडियोज़ के नाम से, डॉक्टर फ़ारूक बुज़दार बलोच के उर्दू हिंदी वीडियोज़ के नाम से। तो कोशिश कर रहा हूँ मैं, इस जो लाइव हमारा कंटेंट है, जो रॉ कंटेंट है लोगों से बात करने का, मैंने एक तरीका निकाला है कि मैं जो है ना ये वाले चैनल को यूटिलाइज़ करूं और सब दोस्तों से बात भी हो जाए। और अगर किसी का कोई क्वेश्चन हो उन टॉपिक्स के बारे में जिनको हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, तो वो भी हम जो है ना हम किसी तरीके से अगर किसी की हेल्प कर सकते हों तो मेरे लिए बड़े एजाज़ की बात होगी। अच्छा, थोड़ा सा जो है ना मैं बता दूं कि मेरा जो है ना, मैंने पीएचडी मैनेजमेंट साइंसेज में किया हुआ है, पोस्ट डॉक मैनेजमेंट साइंसेज में किया हुआ है। तो मैंने 13 साल दुनिया के मल्टीनेशनल्स में काम किया है। मैं एक सरकारी यूनिवर्सिटी में पढ़ाता भी हूँ। तो जो असल चीज़ है वो ये है कि लाइव आने का, यूट्यूब चैनल्स बनाने का, वो ये है कि जो मुझे आता है मैं उसको रिकॉर्ड करके रख लूँ। मैं ज़्यादातर जो मेरा फोकस है वो एडिटिंग इस साइड पे कम है। ज़्यादा फोकस यही है कि हम लोगों को रीच कर सकें। लाइव पे भी बैठने का मकसद यही है। तो कोई किसी स्टूडेंट का कोई करियर से रिलेटेड भी क्वेश्चन हुआ इन लाइव सेशंस में, जब मैं लाइव हूँ, तो वो आके मुझसे पूछ सकते हैं। हम स्टार्ट करते हैं नेक्स्ट लेक्चर को। Hello viewers, this is Dr. Farooq Baloch. In this lecture, we will explain business model canvas. We will talk about designing a business model concept, analyzing it, and innovating the business models. What is business model canvas? It is also called BMC. The business model canvas is a strategic management tool utilized to visualize, design, and analyze how a business create, deliver, and captures value. Value is extremely important in business domain. You see every company that is billion-dollar company, trillion-dollar company, it delivers a value. When you think about Amazon, it made the e-commerce easy, it made the commerce easy, it made the buying and selling easy. So you can see Jesse Penny, Walmart, they could not deliver things like Amazon did. So it became its value creation thing. Similarly, in case of Uber, we can see it has completely transformed the traditional taxi business. So this is called the BMC as an example. Once again, I will elaborate the definition that the business model canvas is a strategic business tool to visualize, design, and analyze how a business create, delivers, and capture the value. So why business model canvas is important? It is important because it simplifies business planning. So I, being a business trainer and teacher, met several students. When I talk to them and I say, okay, you have an idea, put it on paper. You have an idea, tell me how much money you need. So whenever they meet venture capitalists, they meet angel investors, I see them without a plan, without the clear vision of what kind of product they want to make and from whom they are going to buy patents. In some cases, people even don't know that I'm going to establish this business, and they don't know the patents. So the business model canvas matters a lot in simplifying the business plan, encouraging the strategic thinking, and supporting the innovation. So origin of the business model canvas, it was developed by the Alexander Osterwalder as a visual framework for business models. So BMC consists of the 9 interconnected building blocks, and those blocks are, first of all, customer segments. So you need to make segments of the different customers. Then you need to think about the value proposition, that what will be special that you will be offering in your business model. And the third thing is channels, that what will be the channels through which you will be delivering that value proposition. Fourth will be customer relationship, how you will handle your customers. And the fifth thing is about revenue streams, which will be your revenue streams from where you will be getting the money. And the sixth thing will be key resources, and seventh is key activities, and then eighth is key partnerships, and ninth is key structures. So these are nine building blocks of the BMC. When we talk about the customer segment define the different groups of the people or the organization or businesses aim to serve. Value proposition is about the value delivered to the customer and why they choose your product and the service. What is unique that you offer compared to your competition? When it comes to the channels, we say how a company communicates with the which when it reaches to the customer. There are so different sort of channels, like you can make a mobile application, you can make an interactive voice recording which is called IVR, you can make a USSD, you can open through other platforms like maybe opening a chat bot or customer service or call center. So when it comes to customer relationship, company established with the customer, this is extremely important because there is one concept of customer lifetime value. There's one complete book of mine which is available on Amazon, and it is one of the good selling books. Last year I was checking that my customer experience and customer management, more than 150 books were sold in the USA. So customer relationship management is extremely important in the BMC. Revenue streams means how company will earn the money from each customer segment. Key resources mean the assets required to offer and deliver value. Key activities mean most important actions a company must perform to operate successfully. Key partners mean that your suppliers, your all the people. So if all these nine things are including the cost structure, that all the major costs that will be made, if these nine BMC business model canvas factors are addressed in detail, then definitely companies can have a greater picture. So we cannot have a greater picture unless until things are written on something. So business model canvas example is the when a startup or a digital platform can use it. So for example, when Uber was designed, when the different companies, for example Oyo, they went to the investors for or to ask from the about the investment, they have designed their BMC business model canvas in a good way. So I will also design a detailed lecture about business model canvas practicality, but right now we are focusing more on the theoretical side, the concepts of the BMC, because these are extremely important. So what is the difference between BMC versus traditional business plan? So the difference, BMC is a visual and flexible. So it is a nine factors canvas that can be portrayed on a page, and it looks extremely good to the people. They can easily understand all the nine perspective. While the business plan is a detailed document based report. So BMC you can use for the startups for idea validation, for rapid experimentation, for the investors pitch. They have less time, so you can use it for these purposes. Using BMC for existing businesses, yes, existing businesses can also use it. They can use it for business redesign, innovation, and startups alignments. Students must do case analysis, projects, and entrepreneurial thinking with the BMC model, and professionals must design strategy, innovation with it. In the future, I would say that there will be platform-based models of BMC. There will be AI value prepositions. Common mistakes people made in the BMC are two. The first is that they ignore the customer needs. Customer needs must not never be ignored. Customer is king in the era of this artificial intelligence, and because of social media now, customer is so powerful, so good. I mean, you cannot say that my customers don't know. Customers are always one step ahead than the company people. So get the guidance from the customers. Unrealistic revenue assumptions are also a big problem sometimes BMCs make. I have seen a lot of Pakistani companies failing. For example, there was one startup called Airlift. So it had totally unrealistic revenue assumptions, and that eventually led his failure. So benefits of business model canvas are clarity, flexibility, and innovation management. Key takeaways we can learn from this lecture is that BMC visualizes the strategy, focuses on value creation, and the discussion questions I want you to answer me in the comment section that what you have learned. Can BMC replace the business plans? So you need to tell me in the comment section, do you think it will replace the business plans based on the nine components I discussed with you? Secondly, how often should BMC be updated? So I'm highly grateful to all of you, and thank you so much. See you in the next lecture. Thank you. ओह सो ओके, हमारा जो है ना ये 28th लेक्चर भी रिकॉर्ड हो गया है. अब ये अवेलेबल होगा डॉक्टर फारूक बिजनेस एआई और रिसर्च चैनल के ऊपर. اینیمیشنز کے ساتھ، مکمل پریزنٹیشن کے ساتھ یہ ویڈیو وہاں پہ اویلیبل ہوگی. تو اب اگر ابھی آپ لائیو اگر جو لیکچرز کو اگر اسٹوڈنٹس ہیں، بزنس اونرز ہیں، یا تھوڑا بہت آپ کو پتہ ہے کہ آپ کوئی گورنمنٹ اسٹرکچر میں کام کرتے ہیں، تو آپ مجھے بتائیے گا کہ کیا آپ یہ بی ایم سی کے ماڈلز کو یوز کر سکتے ہیں. اگر آپ کو ان میں ایشو آ رہا ہے تو ہم ڈسکس کر سکتے ہیں کہ کس طریقے سے میں آپ کی ہیلپ کر سکتا ہوں بی ایم سی کی امپلیمنٹیشن میں. اور اب ہم جاتے ہیں 29 جو ہمارا ہے لیکچر پروجیکٹ مینجمنٹ کا. او مائی گاڈ، پروجیکٹ مینجمنٹ جو ہے نا بہت زبردست ٹاپک ہے. سو اس کو جو ہے نا لازمی سیکھنا ہے سب نے. اور میں چاہوں گا کہ پروجیکٹ مینجمنٹ کے لیے ہو سکتا ہے میں جو ہے نا کچھ نیا لائیو سیشن سٹارٹ کروں، تاکہ وہ بعد میں جب لوگ سرچ کریں تو یہاں لوگوں کے یہ لائیو سیشن بھی کام آ سکے ان شاء اللہ تعالیٰ. سو جسٹ میں اس کو کلوز کر دیتا ہوں، اور میں پروجیکٹ مینجمنٹ کے لائیو سیشن کے لیے دوبارہ ایک سیشن آن کرتا ہوں. جو لوگ ابھی اویلیبل ہیں وہ دوسرے سیشن میں آ جائیں. تھینک یو.